Thank you for joining us on TVC News at 10. We begin tonight with development in Kano State, where in a new twist of events, the Federal High Court in the state has sacked all 44 chairmanship and councillorship candidates of the new Nigeria People's Party, NNPP, for Saturday's local government elections. The ruling was delivered on Friday by Justice Simon Amobeda, following a case filed by Muhammad Babayo and the faction of the NNPP against the party's leadership. Justice Amobeda ruled that the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission, KANSEC, should accept a new list of candidates submitted by the faction led by the recognized state chairman, Dalhatu Sheikh Usman, in accordance with the party's constitution. He further instructed that KANSEC recognize the list of candidates submitted by the plaintiffs. The case listed the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, KANSEC, the Inspector General of Police, and Director of Department of State Services as defendants. Earlier, a High Court directed the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission to proceed with the local government elections scheduled for Saturday. Justice Inusi Maji of the Kano State High Court issued the order following a case filed by the State Electoral Commission against the All Progressives Congress and 13 others. TVC News senior reporter Ibrahim Issa has more.
24 hours until Saturday, October 26, 2024. The Kano Independent Electoral Commission, KANSEC, is set to conduct local government elections across the state. However, the elections are steeped in controversy. The Federal High Court halted the elections, ruling KANSEC's setup under Governor Yusuf as illegal. But the Kano State High Court has now allowed the polls to proceed. Justice Sanusi Maji gave the directive in a case filed by KANSEC against the APC and other parties.
And this court has just delivered its own judgment, and the judgment was well sounded. And it has also ordered that the election should continue to hold, and also the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission has the jurisdiction.
We are not arguing about the functions and duties of the plaintiff, but we are saying that the composition and constitution of the plaintiff was done in contravention of the provisions of the constitution and provisions of the Kano State Independent Electoral Commission laws 2001. This is what we are saying before the court.
Following the High Court's ruling, the Kano Independent Electoral Commission announced its commitment to proceed with the local council election as planned.
Nobody, or no any political party, or no any association that can stop KANSEC from conducting this election.
As the day of the election approaches, residents and stakeholders alike remain hopeful for a peaceful voting process. Ibrahim Issa, TVC News, Kano.
Meantime, the Kano State government has imposed a movement restriction across the state from midnight to 6 p.m. on Saturday, 26th of October, ahead of the state local government election. In a statement released on Friday, Commissioner for Information and Internal Affairs, Baba Dantiye, called on the public to adhere to these restrictions to help ensure the integrity and safety of the electoral process. The statement further explains that the restriction order was implemented in consultation with security agencies. For more on this, reporter Ibrahim Issa joins me now. He has been following development there in Kano. Ibrahim, what is the latest you're hearing about tomorrow's election?
Well, the latest is the action of the members of the NNPP by the Federal High Court. And even though the governor has instructed that residents should come out tomorrow and participate in the local council polls. So as we speak, there are plans by the NNPP to conduct, by Kano State Independent Electoral Commission to conduct the election tomorrow. As we speak, residents are moving from one destination to the other in preparation for the local government election in the state. But the state remains relatively peaceful, it is calm, as the preparations are ongoing, we learned that the court had instructed the police not to provide security protection to the scene of the planned election. And we also heard from the police saying that they would obey this court order. But earlier, the Kano State government, through the Commissioner of Information, has instructed the restriction of movement in a statement, saying that that restriction of movement is in consultation with the security agencies in the state. So this is currently what the situation is in Kano. Plans are on the way and will be available on ground tomorrow to bring you up to speed with whatever unfolds.
All right, Ibrahim, but have we gotten any reactions just yet following the sacking of these candidates of the NNPP?
We have not gotten. We earlier heard that there were plans by the government to react to this court ruling, but we are still on standby to hear from the government, and we are yet to hear from the government of the NNPP on it. But as soon as we do, we'll definitely disseminate it.
All right, Ibrahim, we thank you very much for this update. All right, we'll also be speaking with the National Publicity Secretary of the NNPP for more on this, but that will be later on in the course of the bulletin. In the meantime, let's talk security matters. The gains recorded in the last 6 months by troops of Operation Safe Haven in their peace mission across troubled communities in Plateau State have been commended by President Bola Tinubu. Minister of Defense Muhammad Badaru extends the president's commendation to troops in Jos, Plateau State. Senior reporter Funam Joshua has details.
Are we ready to end the security of Plateau?
Yes, sir!
Are we?
Yes, sir!
The gallant efforts of troops of Operation Safe Haven in restoring peace and normalcy across communities bedeviled by insecurity in Plateau State have continued to receive commendations. The latest applause is from President Bola Tinubu. The recent efforts of the troops led to the arrest of suspected notorious bandits, kidnappers, gun runners, illegal weapons manufacturing facilities, and also the recovery of several arms and ammunition within its areas of operation. The new measures and tactics introduced by the GOC 3rd Armored Division and Commander Operation Safe Haven Major General Abdusalam Abubakar in the fight against insecurity in the state have helped in restoring normalcy across affected communities. The visit of the Minister of Defense Mohammed Badaru to the troops in Jos is to convey President Bola Tinubu's appreciation and commendation for their selfless service to the nation.
My mission is simple: to thank you for the effort you are putting in returning normalcy to Plateau State, and to tell you to do more.
In an interactive session with journalists, the minister again commends the leadership of Operation Safe Haven for the measures put in place that brought in the successes witnessed in the areas.
The GOC has been doing wonderfully well in that direction, and we only have to encourage them to do more and to talk more to the community so that they will see reason to really shelve their swords, and let peace reign in the plateau.
While the troops were commended, the president is asking them to sustain the tempo in seeing the end of insecurity in Plateau State. Funam Joshua, TVC News, Jos.